not give y'all too much today. Let's move this over because it's too much right here. Okay. Greetings. Alright, I don't want to show too much of that. We're trying to cover those things up here. Trying to cover these girls up. So we don't want too much of that. Alright. Greetings. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. I'm doing well. Fine and dandy well. Greetings. So I want to do like, I wanted to do something for Tarot Tuesday, but I'm like, I did those little mini love read things for the elements. So I'm just going to do a little something. Hey. Hey sis. How are you? How are you doing? Greetings. Hey sis. Hey Dara. Hey everybody. How are you? Thank you. I'm trying to cover up my girls. I don't want them out. But I made this really cute little bra like chain thing. And I'm feeling it. I like it. I'm like, okay, I know a dress that will go perfectly with this. Hey. Yeah. It's not Venus Day yet, but hey, we here. Greetings. All right. Hey Gabby. How y'all feeling? Double-sided tape. Yeah. Yes, Miss Tina. You know what's crazy? Because Tina Turner's son had died a few months ago, and people kept was like, my aunt and my friend Nina was like, you know, Tina Turner died. And I was like, no, she didn't. Like, if that was the case, like, trust me, we would all know. Like, we would all know she died. And then I remember, like, around Christmas or New Year's or something like that, they would put out, like, this Tina Turner Barbie, official Barbie from Mattel. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, for some reason, I felt like she was going to die soon. Like, when they were saying, like, her son died and people were getting it all confused, I was like, she's going to die soon. So that was kind of, like, not shocking. It's I would say it's bittersweet because she lived her life. She didn't die in no tragic way. From what I read, it wasn't nothing tragic. I think she had an illness and she died peacefully at home. Like, it wasn't horrible, you know what I mean? And she lived her life. So I would rather hear that type of news than like something bad happened to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it's bittersweet. She lived her life. Shout out to the ancestors. Send her love and a peaceful transition, and her loved ones that she leaves behind, and all of those that were touched by her story. Because one of my favorite movies is, I love that movie. What's Love Got to Do with It? That's a really good ass movie. Like a good biopic. Like, there's so many biopics out there, but there's only far in between that are really good where people played their ass off. And she didn't even look like Tina Turner, but she, you know, she really executed the story well. Okay, let's put it that way. And then another biopic that I think was like amazing is Ray. Like, I love that movie too. Like, Jamie Foxx did his shit. He did his thing. We're not gonna get to the whole Jamie Foxx stuff because I don't know what that's about either, but we send him love too and healing, whatever, you know, what's going on with him wherever he is. Right, Angela, like, y'all be playing with Angela Bassett now. Come on now, like, that lady could act, okay? She goes into character. She goes there. She did a really good job. Classic lines from that movie. Like, classic lines. All right. Holy Spirit. I'm just going to tap in. And I be trying to not do too much on here and, like, come on every 5 minutes. Every time I get, like, a download or every time I get the white dress. You know what? I'm thinking of Waiting to Exhale. And that's another like movie that I like too growing up. But Layla Rashawn had that one dress on, and this boutique actually like made a duplicate of that dress. It was the one where she went to the party with the crackhead boyfriend, the cokehead boyfriend or whatever. That dress was, girl. That dress. All right. Trying to think. Yeah, because I was about to say, like, I keep getting a lot of like downloads and messages and stuff, and a lot of it is coming from music, and I try not to always be like, oh, like extra like excited and to a point where I'm like an extremist when it comes to stuff, because this is what I've learned about me. Anytime I'm just randomly getting a song, or I'm starting to, um, yeah, anytime I'm getting a download of a song or something like that, it's a meaning. Sometimes I'm giving readings to people, or I'm on the phone and I'm just be talking to a friend or something, and then I'll be singing just a random ass song, something I have not heard for a long time, didn't hear it on the radio, didn't hear it on a commercial, a movie, or nothing. It just came through, and then somebody's like, "Oh my God, why are you singing that?" Like, "Oh God, that reminds me of this, this, and that." And I didn't know that, but I'm just singing it. Like, I call myself an intuitive radio, like a spiritual radio. I can't help it. Yes, Mercury. Today is Mercury Day, actually, and my Gemini, or I have a Mercury. My Mercury sign is Gemini, so that makes a lot of sense. But I just be channeling messages through music all the time, and it'll just come through. Like, I'll just be randomly just singing a song. I don't know why. It'll just come through. So, like the songs that I was hearing, like sometimes I want to make sure that it's not me picking up a mood that I'm in, because I know that I'm sensitive to energies and stuff, so I might be picking up other people's energy. So I have to separate myself to discern, okay, is this my energy, like where I'm at, how I feel, versus where, like, you know, the collective is, or like whoever I need to deliver a message to, right? And I know that it's not always me, because it's so random. It'll come out of nowhere and I'll be like, why am I singing that? Like, why? So Toni Braxton music has been coming to me a lot. What was the song? It was like two of them. No, actually three. I take that back. And I feel like at least one of these songs, and if you resonate with this, you resonate with it, but one of these songs I feel like resonates with my energy. Like when it comes to, like, you know, the emotions and the sentimental energy and all of that, was "You Mean the World to Me." Just like some of it, like, you know, the whole, I don't want to get into all that. So I try not to get too personal with y'all, and like, it's not a Chenoa universe. This is everybody's universe. But if I feel like it helps someone, I'll just, you know, blurt it out, and I try not to be too personal. 7 Whole Days. Yes. That song keeps coming through. But no, it was "You Mean the World to Me." And there's certain parts of that song that I feel like it's kind of like, can I trust you? Like, can I give myself to you like that emotionally? And is it safe to do that? Is it, if you listen to the lyrics, or you listen to the song, or you read the lyrics within that song, Toni Braxton's "You Mean the World to Me," that might resonate with someone. But these two specific songs that I keep hearing from Toni Braxton, they're kind of sad, like broken heart type songs. Like 7 Whole Nights is kind of like, if you listen to the lyrics in that song, she's talking about how her man is like kind of acting kind of funny, trying to show off for his friends, like, you know, he ain't doing right, and no communication. 7 whole nights and not a word from you. You know the lines. And then the other song that was coming to me was "Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night." Popular song from a very popular movie in the 90s. It was from Boomerang, and it's kind of like plays, like the whole like lyrics kind of play into the storyline of that movie, where Eddie Murphy had like the two women. He had the what's her name, Robin Givens, and then he had the Halle Berry character, and he was a player, right? He was player in that movie, right? So that song may resonate with some of you. I don't know. And this one is kind of dramatic too, but this one was coming to me too, and I had to play it last night because I was singing it out of nowhere, and I was like, I have to play these particular songs and like listen to them and really like tap in. And the other one was, I think it's called "Stupid." Toni Braxton's "Stupid." Loving you is stupid, 'cause I know that you never really loved me, and you never gave me a sign I could see. Something like that, whatever. I don't know. I don't know the words exactly to the T, but I know that like the song itself is saying, she said it's stupid to love you or something like that. And so I don't want to channel these type of messages, y'all, but if I'm getting it, I'm getting it. And if someone's in that energy, hopefully I could like help you or give you clarity at least, or kind of sort out the energy. And if it's not you, it could be someone close to you that feels like that. I don't know. But because women's songs don't always have to come from a female perspective. A lot of times these writers, like, that write for women are men. Like, and I think Babyface wrote a lot of music for Toni Braxton, so it's like a man singing from a woman's perspective, which is interesting. So it could go either way. I don't mean to talk y'all ears off, but let's go ahead and get it. Let's tap in. Why is this here? Why is this here? Holy Spirit. These 3 songs, these energies are very similar. The Star. I know this is not Toni Braxton singing on the radio, right? I know it's not. Or is this Tamar? It sounds like Tony or Tamar. I can't tell who that is, but it sounds like Tony because the tone is a little deeper. Y'all, that's scary. Look. I'm listening to a radio station. I want to show y'all. I'm listening to a radio station. This isn't nothing that I'm playing. This is on a radio, live. What the fuck? That's Tony. Yes, it is. Girl. I can't make, I'm telling you, I got chills. I can't make this shit up. Okay. Let's just cut to the chase. Let's get into it. You have the Star, the 10 of Cups. 2 of Wands. I don't know what that song is playing. It sounds like something kind of like a newer like new songs, and I don't know what that is. 2 of Wands, Knight of Wands. Love should have brought you home last night. You should have been with me. You should have been right by my side. Yep, no. Somebody just runs. It's a runner energy or someone that's never there. I made this joke about my cat Bear. He's a male cat, and he's like a tomcat. Like he's hardly ever home. Like he comes home enough to eat, and sometimes he'll like sleep, clean himself, whatever, lay with us for a little bit, and then he'll leave. And I made a joke. I tell my mom, like, he reminds me of, if you ever seen that movie Jungle Fever, and Samuel L. Jackson's character was like a homeless crackhead dude or whatever, and he would always go back to his parents were elderly people. He would always go back home to like eat and stuff, and he would steal from them. Like he would steal money from them out of his mom's purse or whatever. And I was like, that reminds me of Bear. Like he comes home, he eat and he out, he dip and he out. But then I was like, he's that type of man. And some of you guys probably dealt with a lover like this, where like they'll like be with you, they'll rest with you for a minute, and then they'll leave. Like they'll be like, oh, I'm out, and then you don't hear from them for days. And then you're like worried, where's this dude at? Why haven't I heard back from him? When is he coming back? That type of energy, I don't know if that's something that you guys are dealing with or something like that, or a lover. It doesn't have to be a man, but a lover that's definitely someone that does not stay. It's like this energy of come and go. Some of you guys, this is like high hope energy. Some of you have had high hopes for this, with the Star and the 10 of Cups being here. Hummingbirds can resonate with you. Hummingbirds can represent renewal and rebirth. So some of you guys could have had high hopes that something was going to be different, or this love relationship was going to be different, or this time around between you and this person was going to be different. Okay? This person is dealing with temptation. I could definitely tell you that with the Devil and the Strength card here. And it's kind of like whoever is more of the feminine energy, like this nurturer, this very patient. Ooh, now I'm hearing thin line between love and hate. Y'all, I want to say this, because people think that player shit is cute. Like, you're going to catch the wrong one. Like, the wrong one, you're going to play that person, and it's probably the one that you think is, like, the nicest one, the sweetest, most understanding one. That one is going to be the one that probably will, like, do some shit to you. Like, will be your karma. Like, the least expected person that you can even think. Or somebody that's just as, like, as player as you. Because I'm getting this, like, energy, like, I'm hearing that song, it's a thin line between love and hate. You got to be careful, like, you know, those player type energies where they think they can get away with stuff. And, like, no, this is not that. Yes, and Lynn Whitfield, is a bad bitch. Any age, and she's like, she's a bad bitch, okay? So I'm just getting like, you're gonna mess with the wrong person, okay? Look, I can't make this stuff up. I don't know. You got the Four of Swords here, sleepless nights in your head, Page of Swords. Could be things that you like, you're seeing or that you're finding out that you don't like about the situation or about this person. And it's putting you in your head. The Eight of Pentacles here, though, there's something about either this person working on something or working through something, or use work as an excuse, because the Eight of Pentacles is right underneath the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is somebody that, whoever this little like player energy is, and then we go back to 7 whole nights, like you was talking kind of cocky, like you had it going on. I can't remember the lyrics, so she was like, knowing that you're doing me wrong or mistreating me. So it's like this person is, it's like this cockiness, and I feel, and I'm not blaming anybody, I'm not shaming anybody here, so please don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes like you give people a little bit too much leeway and a little bit too much of the benefit of the doubt when it comes to like, oh, you know, I'll be here, I got you, I love you, I'll pour into you, I'll support you, I'm patient, I'm understanding. And too much of that, you become like kind of this doormat, because it's like, okay, well, this person, they're not going to go anywhere, and they kind of expect you to still have that same energy. The Strength card kind of gives me this Beauty and the Beast vibe, where it's like two people, where one person may be, not saying that someone needs to be tamed per se, but let's say for instance, like one of these people here is more like the, you know, outgoing one, the one that's always in the mix, maybe very cocky, confident, good looking, you know, has a lot, you know, a lot of attractive qualities, right? And characteristics about them, right? And they kind of just move without much conscious or without much thinking about, okay, this is going to affect me later, or this is going to hurt somebody. And then there's another person here that's like the balanced one, the one that has the stamina to deal with chaotic energy. And that's usually how empaths are. Empaths usually grow up in chaotic environments where a lot of people can't take care of themselves, or they're not as mature or as stable or as emotionally sound as they are. And it's like they take on everybody else's problems, they take on everybody's issues and fears, and so it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna fix everybody that comes my way. This is the energy that I get from this. Okay, this person could be a little bit of a like a partier, a little bit of a drinker, or someone that just kind of like gets caught up in the mix of things. They get pulled into different energies. One energy that's like balance, sound, but if they feel like they're being controlled, this person will run. If this person feels like they're being pulled out of that nature that they're used to being in, kind of like this dominance, this, hey sis, yes, kind of, something like that, where this person is, how to explain it, where this person is like pulled in two different realms. Like with you, it's kind of like, it does feel a bit like home, like stability. And then there's another half of it that kind of feels like, okay, well, this is making me feel controlled. This is making me feel confined. So I can't do this. I gotta move in the energy that I'm used to. So I hear Born to Be Wild song. Let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Temperance. You're in your head because you don't know if what this energy, whatever this is that you are, you know, feeling, is this ever going to balance itself out? There's a lot of frustration with the Two of Swords and the Temperance. And I do feel like the angels or your divine team, or this person's divine team, is intervening in a sense of this person does need some type of balancing in their energy. Like this person could literally be working on themselves. This person may know that, how do I explain it? This person may know that they are in two minds. Like they're being pulled into different vibrations. Like, okay, this is like ego and lower vibrations, but then I could go higher. I could, you know, actually level up and mature past this energy that I'm in. Like there's a need to have some level of ground, some level of, what's the right word that I'm looking for? I guess you could say maturity, but that's not the word. So let me clarify this again. What does this Eight of Pentacles mean? What is this Eight of Pentacles about? The Ten of Swords in reverse and High Priestess. Yeah. It's like an inner knowing that if they don't balance out whatever these two energies that they're split in, it's like I have to make a decision how I move forward, how I live my life, how I'm doing things. If I don't, it could be a detrimental situation, whatever that might be. If I don't listen to my intuition, if I don't take heed, if I don't change this, if I don't stop this chapter, this cycle that I'm in, it may not end well for me in some type of way, or it's just like it's toxicity. It's bad for me. It's not good. So this person could literally be gripped by like kind of like dark energy, their lust, their addictions to something. Could be addiction to anything. I heard addiction to attention, addiction to sex, addiction to drugs, party, the thrill of things, to where it's like this other half is, no, I'm in love, or I care about this person, or I want to be in love. I want a family. I want that. This is what I desire. But then it's just like I'm at a crossroads and it's like, no, I can't stay. So that type of energy. And whoever is on the opposite side of this is just like not at peace. And it could be for some of you that this is your person, like that you live with this person, or you're married to them for some of you, or this could be someone that you are building a relationship with or a connection, or someone that you do have some type of mutual feelings or mutual care, mutual interest, mutual love for some of you. Spirit is encouraging the other person that is kind of on this end of like feeling a little bit heartbroken, or kind of a bit, what's the right word? A little confused about the situation and where they stand or what is going on. Feels a little bit slighted is the right term that I could say for this. Or is this worth my energy? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my time or my energy? But Spirit is saying you need to pour into yourself anyway, anyhow. That doesn't end. That doesn't stop. There's definitely a need for balance when it comes to what's being given here. Spirit may be encouraging the other party that feels slighted, that feels hurt, to trust their intuition. And I feel like there's confusion here, because I'm going to confirm or clarify this if this is really what I'm picking up. I get this feeling that for some of you, you guys do feel that this is something that is divine. This is something that is in alignment for you. But at the same time, you're questioning if that's true, if that was even real, because you got this Page of Swords that's like suspicious. She has her hand over her heart. Like, well, maybe that wasn't what I was really feeling. Maybe that wasn't confirmation. Maybe that wasn't truly what Spirit was telling me or showing me. Or maybe this person wasn't really being real with me. Maybe they were just faking. Maybe this whole thing was just a lie. Like, you're questioning your intuition a little bit for some of you. I'm going to clarify that if that's the case. Holy Spirit, is this what you're saying? Is this what you're saying? Can you please confirm or deny or elaborate? Okay, I'm going to take, it's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. Okay, so you have the Five of Wands in reverse. There is a little bit of a conflict within yourself. The Hierophant, yeah. Is this something that really is divine? Is this something that is ordained? Is this something that is truly, is what it is? The Knight of Pentacles. Is this worth the wait? Is this worth the effort? Is this worth the investment? The Knight of Pentacles is not quick to move on things. Out of all the knights, they always say he's the slowest, but I wouldn't say he's the slowest. I feel like he's the most conscious of his actions. He's very careful. When I say careful, not from a place of fear or paranoia, but he's full of care of his energy, his intentions, and others. This is a loyal person. This is a considerate person. This is a down-to-earth person that is realistic, but they also come from a place of heart. Like, I get like water and earth energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Like, they're earthy, but they're also water. They're heart. They're heart-centered. So, but they also are practical. Okay? They don't just, they're not impulsive, in other words. They don't drive by their passion or their impulses or their anger or hastiness. This is not how the Knight of Pentacles moves. So some of you guys, you're very careful about this. Hence why I kept hearing Toni Braxton's "You Mean the World to Me." If you look at the lyrics, at least the first part of the lyrics, and then there's a part where she says, I want to trust you, but I'm not sure your intentions are good, or something like that. There's a question about this. The Magician. Is this an illusion? Is this just something that I want? Is this just something that is coming from a place of like a desire, but not really a divine desire? Does that make sense? Is this something that is truly divinely in alignment, or is this just like coming from me? So there's a little bit of heaviness. There's a little bit of questioning the path, because these are staffs, and it's making me think of the staff of Moses, like your direction. But also, is this something that divine spirit is supporting you with and instructing you and guiding you through? Like, is this something that really can be worked through? Is this really something that a miracle can happen, a blessing can happen, something supernatural can shift? The Temperance card is here, so there is some form of divine intervention. There is some form of some type of divine support here, okay? But someone, I feel like both of you, like in your own way, may have dealt with unstable environments, because I'm hearing the concrete rose, the rose that grew from concrete, and I don't know why I'm getting that has anything to do with the person that maybe, like, your environment, your conditions, like you grew from these things that were maybe meant to, where you don't see beautiful things come from certain environments or situations or circumstances, where it's like, I could be like this, I could be that type of person, I should have been, you know, doing this and doing that, but something beautiful came from me, like out of me. I did something, how do I explain it, something to go a different route or a different path where most people would have succumbed to their environment. You know what I mean? Or people expected me to be a specific or certain type of way or person, but I'm not. But there's still some type of, I feel like someone feels misunderstood. It could be both of you feel misunderstood, but I'm feeling it's more so the person that maybe, you know, kind of causing the hurt to the other party, where they feel like they're misunderstood because there's something about this person's environment where they feel like they're a product of that, and they're kind of operating in it, but they know that they have to heal that part of themselves. Because this Eight of Pentacles is someone that is doing the work. Let's see. I don't want to make this a long video. Not at all. I do not. We're not going to do that today. We're just not going to do that. Let's see. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like a decision and choice, like I said. And the infinity symbol could be significant because I've seen it 3 times. The Magician, the Two of Pentacles, and the Strength card at the top of the girl's head. There's an infinity symbol. So this could also represent karmic energies as well, or something about spiritual energy, like the spirit realm, or 2 different sides. Because I'm getting this person, whoever caused or is causing the hurt or the confusion, that opposite energy, that I'm getting like this person that runs. And when I say runner, I'm not talking about the whole twin flame thing. Like, I don't get into all of that like that. You know, but the Two of Pentacles energy, this person, I feel like, knows that they have to make a decision. And it's like 2 sides of the coin. Like, I could see the good and bad in things, but they might also be wanting to leave it up to fate to decide something. And that, if that's the case, it's not wise. You can't leave it up to fate to decide. Like, spirit sometimes calls us to make decisions. Like, you know, spirit's not going to make the decision for us always. Sometimes, like, we have to take the initiative on our path. The Strength card twice, 2 different decks. So yeah, this is one of those connections where it's like 2 opposite energies attract. One person that is more grounded, maybe more heart-centered, in a sense of, it's like this healer vibration energy, where this other energy is more more cardinal, more rooted in earthly things. The material realm on the shadow side could be very superficial, prideful, controlling, manipulative, egotistical, self-centered, conceited, aggressive, maybe even volatile, even deals with anger issues, can be a bit like that type of guy or that type of man that, I'm just using this as an example because this is what I'm seeing. Like the Beast, if you ever watched the Beauty and the Beast, like he was a prince or something like that, and he had a bad attitude, and the witch put a spell on him and turned him into this beast until he unhardened his heart and falls in love. Then the spell would be broken. So it's like this person could have a hardened heart or has a very protective, like they're overly protective of their heart. They don't just give it away. They might have the ability to feel emotions, of course, and feel that sense of love or that connectivity. But at some point, I feel like there's this, okay, no, I can't do that. Or no, I can't fully open up to that. And the other person has this tendency to overextend their energy in their shadow, be a bit more needy, codependent, a little bit more self-sacrificing than they need to the point where they forget about themselves, to the point where they allow people to kind of take advantage of them. So I'm feeling like this is an energy that Spirit's like, no, this has to be balanced out. For some of you, Spirit is like stopping some of you in your tracks and be like, no, you're not going to go no further than what is. Some of you haven't really gotten to the place where you've given too much of yourself to the point where it's like you regret it so much. But for some of you, maybe you have. And again, if this is your person that you lay with, you sleep with, you live with, whatever, you definitely have given parts of yourself that maybe you feel like, okay, I can't fully take that back. Okay. The Hermit card is at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel this person is soul searching. Whoever this energy is, this masculine energy, they're definitely soul searching. And Queen of Swords energy, you guys could be getting into that energy to where you're like a little bit closed off, and there's a little bit of bitterness or a little bit of like what you want. Like you're not as open, you're not as tender, you're not as receptive. And I feel for good reason, but be careful not to overdo it. There's a point of, you know, there's a balance between honoring yourself and kind of like, you know, having those boundaries for yourself where people, they do have to step to you respectfully, intentfully. Otherwise, it's like you cannot enter. Versus being a bitch and giving people a hard time. It's like give people the, you know, the opportunity to express themselves, to speak, to show you something without you compromising yourself, if that makes sense. So some of you guys could be in that energy, or you're getting there, because I was at the top of the deck, and at the bottom, like I said, the Hermit is someone that has been doing their soul search, their soul work, because there's something here that's being realized on this person's end that they need to work on. Maybe they have been working on these things slowly but surely, and something just needed to trigger them into really dealing with the deep-rooted stuff now. And I feel like it's someone's love. Like whoever the feminine or whoever the most receptive or the one that was nurturing and giving, maybe like overly giving to this connection, or feels like, okay, this is something. Or I want to see, because I feel like there's a mutual feeling here. If not a full-blown relationship yet, it's just like a connection that you're building or dating, or someone that you're romantically interested in, that you're connecting with. There is a mutual feeling, a mutual connection here. Like I said, if it's not love yet and all of that, there's definitely a mutual feeling of emotional fulfillment and resonance, and feeling like there's something promising with that rainbow. But I feel like that's the thing that kind of made this person leave. Wait, before I ask that, I want to clarify this Two of Wands, because this is a woman looking at a map. So whoever is that feminine or that receptive energy, or the one that was giving a lot to this connection, I get this feeling that you maybe, and the crossroads could go back to what I was picking up early, to where you're not sure if this is something that's worth it. You feel like your path has brought you here, but there's like a pit stop. You notice like her car is stationed and she's looking at her map, almost like she's taking a break and she's trying to figure out, okay, where do I go from here? Whether it's like she already knows the destination that, or the end stop, the place where she's supposed to end up, but she doesn't know fully how to get there. So she has to stop and check again. Or is this like, okay, should I even continue this route or go somewhere else? So there's something about questioning where you're going a little bit. I just want to make sure. I'm going to elaborate, I'm just going to clarify. Then I'm going to ask the Chariot. Yep. Direction. Path. Is this the right path for me? Am I headed where I'm supposed to be going? There's a map here. So it's like Spirit's instruction, Spirit's guidance. I hope this is making sense. Spirit's guidance, your divine team's guidance, like the divine GPS that's guiding you and leading you where to go. Spirit sometimes may, you know, like our GPS system will tell us like, okay, there's an accident ahead. You might want to take this route instead. This is a quicker route, or this is a clearer route. It'll take you 26 minutes to get to where you need to go if you take this route. If you know, this area right here, there's an accident up ahead, it might take you 40 minutes to get you to where you need to go. So your spiritual team can see the delays. They could see maybe things that you can't see, and there's a level of protection. There's a level of getting you to where you need to be safely, getting you to a place that is of your highest good. It could be things that feel like delays. It might be some rerouting. It might be things that, you know, you feel like, okay, why does it have to be this? Why can't it just be a smooth destination? Why can't it just be a smooth drive and way to where I need to go? But it doesn't work like that all the time. Yep. Spiritual Uber. Yeah, it's like sometimes when you're in an Uber or a Lyft or whatever, you got to trust where the driver is taking you. Sometimes it might be a route that you're not used to. They could be taking you to your job and you're used to taking that specific route to your job, or maybe 2 different ways to get to your job. But this Uber, I remember, I'll never forget this. And I had, because I'll be turning on my locations. Like if I'm going somewhere, I'll send my location to like one of my, like my family members or a friend or something, so they know where I'm at. And I do that even if I have to take a lift or something. I'll do that because I don't trust these people like that fully. Like, yeah, their license plates and their pictures and their names and stuff is all on there, but I don't trust them fully like that. And I remember I was going to, I think it was a vending event, and I had all my stuff, my table and like all the stuff that I needed to take with me to this event. And I know the route there. And the guy, he was like going around the mountains and stuff, and I was just like, where's this ninja taking me? Like, I started getting nervous. I said, okay, I don't know where Jeffrey Dahmer's about to take me, but I'm just not feeling it. Ted Bundy is taking me around like these corners, and I was like sending my location to my people. I was like, just so you know. But in actuality, he was smart because he avoided all the highways. Like, he avoided that messy freeway and got me to where I needed to be in a way that I didn't know existed. So it's kind of like that. And thank you, sis, for the Uber reference, because that made me think of that. That's the trust. It was a little bit scary to trust, and sometimes it's scary to trust the divine plan and things, because you're like, this is not the route that I had in mind. This is not what I'm used to, but I trust that you know what you're doing. And it got me there without having to sit in traffic, which the way that I usually go, there's always some type of build up there. I don't know why. It's like an influx, and sometimes it's like what's it called, what's that hour called? I can't remember that hour where people are all getting off of work and it's like an influx on the freeway. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like that. So he got me to where I needed to be. So I was safe in one piece. He was just doing what he do. Yeah, that's how it feels. Exactly. So divine GPS. Hey, all right, let's see. Just to confirm how, we're going to call it the feminine end, but you could be a man and still feel like you got cheated. You feel like, you know, the other person, rush hour. Thank you, Ro. Yes, rush hour. Yes, thank you, Tori, sis, all of y'all. Thank you. Not Chris Tucker. Okay. Those who are on the opposite end of like, okay, is this real? This person hurt me. Am I tripping? Am I whatever? How do they feel? Can you express their heart, Holy Spirit, in a clear, precise thank you? Soon. I'm going to contact you soon. Some of you guys may reach out or speak your piece or speak your mind, or you feel led to. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. Yeah. So if you're on that end where you're tired of the games, you feel like this person is confusing. You don't really know where you stand with the situation or this person. You can't really put it's something very wishy-washy. And then this soon, I'm going to contact you soon. For some of you, maybe you're led for your own specific reasons. You feel like home is at the bottom of the deck. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring so much happiness and peace. When it's good type vibe. Mother wounds came out. My mother is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me or externally. So you guys could be working through your mother wounds. Like some of you, your mother could be the one that was the opposite of overgiving. Maybe she was like very cold and you're like, I never want to be that type of woman. That's not how you treat people. Or, you know, no one sticks around because my mom had this energy of being very cold, very nonchalant, very bossy, very masculine. And then some of you might have the mother that was the overextender, the overgiver, that kind of allowed their mates or their mates to walk all over them or cheat on them, and they would take them back, or you might have seen them go through some abusive relationships. So it's like, take it how you will. So let's see how this other person on the opposite end, the energy of the motorcyclist, the runner vibe energy, the beast. I'm gonna call him that, but that's I'm just gonna call him the beauty and the beast energy. Where is this other person in relation to this connection? And to the receptive party. Focus on my money. Oh, yeah, okay, we see that. Father wounds. Okay. You're mirroring. You're mirroring. So this person, this part of them, they're focusing on their money. They're focusing on their stability. Like I said, this person identifies with their material realm. And a lot of times it's easy to do that because it feels like, oh yeah, I love her. I like her channel, sis. I think it's a guy that I watch too, but no, I'm thinking of, what's her name? Fairy something. What is her name? Something Fairy. I like her channel. And she talks about inner child stuff too. And there's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he talks about that stuff too. But yeah, this person, I'm focused on my money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is financial stability because it's like I can control that area. It's more realistic to me. It's more tangible to me. But I still feel this person is healing though. It says father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. So, okay, could be a father. I was with somebody like this that had a father that was kind of the doormat dad, where the mom was like the bossy kind of masculine and the kids just was like disrespectful towards him and stuff. And I feel like he did not want to be that type. So he was the opposite, extremist, like the extreme opposite of that, of like bossy. My kids do what I want them to do. You gonna do what I want you to do. You gonna do this, you're gonna do that when I say it. Like he was the opposite. So for some of you, like this person, they could be on the extreme opposite end where maybe their father was kind of like, you know, cater to the wife, or just kind of, in their eyes, maybe was a doormat. Or it could be taking after that tyrant-like father figure, like, nope, you're going to do what I say. I'm calling the shots. It's this, it's that. And I'm hearing both. So I don't know what that's about. But it's like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I don't care what you're going to say. The kids, I'm making them do this and they're going to do what I say. That type of thing. Yeah. That type of energy. Let's see. You're perfection. Your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. So there's a little bit of maybe not feeling like whoever, you know, I'll call them the beast, doesn't feel like they're worthy of the beauty. It's kind of like I feel like the beauty is not solely physical. I'm feeling it's more like you're a double beauty. So meaning, or if you're a man, this can still apply. Like you're a very physically attractive individual to them, but what's even more beautiful is your energy, who you are as a person. Because I get that with the star. The star is like, this is a fully nude woman, but it doesn't give off this essence of like, nasty energy, or like that lower vibrational energy where it's just superficial, it's just sexual. It's like I can look at this person and admire them because it's beautiful. Their energy is beautiful. That's what I'm getting from this. So will you listen is at the bottom of the deck. There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? So it could be a conversation that you and this person need to have. No one compares. I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to pull too much. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I have, there's no one who compares to you. So yeah, you're separated. Okay. This is what I'm getting energetically. I could be wrong. And I feel like someone might need to hear this, because you might be thinking, well, there's nothing different about me if I'm just like everybody else, that, there's nothing special because they didn't treat me any different than anybody else. Like, I still played myself. No, not really. This person, I feel like, is used to getting away with a lot worse and a lot more. People may not even be really that kind to this person. I'm kind of getting. It's like all these people are in darkness. There's no light here in this energy. None. So it's kind of like you are kind of a balance to that energy, or this person, because you could be on the opposite end of this. I don't know. But it's like this receptive person is more of the light. So your energy is nothing like that. Even if you feel like, oh, I let this person do this, this, and that, I'm stupid. To an extent, like, this person's going to, whatever they feel like they're allowed to do, they're going to do it. That's just how some humans work, right? Who's going to turn down free shit? I don't know too many people that would, unless it's something they don't really want like that. But if you're offering something for free that people would want, it's like, oh, it's like free samples. Oh, we got free teriyaki. We got shrimp teriyaki over here. You want some? We got some free slushy samples. You want to try it? Like, you gonna turn that shit down? No, not unless that's not your thing. Like, oh, I'm allergic to shrimp. I don't want it. But if someone's offering you something for free, you're gonna take it, right? So that's just human nature. But this person, though, it's the way that you offered the free shit. You offered something free in kindness. Would you like to try this? It has this, you might have explained, it has this, this, and that in it. If you're allergic, I wouldn't suggest this. But if you like this, we have this. Where some people at the mall, like, you want to try a sample? Okay, whatever. And then move on to the next person. Like, it's different. Like, the energy's not the same. It's just not the same. It's not. So I feel like this person is kind of appreciative of that. But at the same time as well, I don't feel like you really let this person get away with as much as you think that you have. Because I feel like this person, whereas maybe you get in your feelings and you might not talk to this person. You might cut them off. You might be like, you know what? I had to take a break from you, or I don't like the way you did this. Whereas they might be dealing with, like, let's say previous situations or whatever, where they'll do certain things that are out of pocket to another person. Now, the other person will play tit for tat. Like, oh, I'm going to get grimy. I'm going to cheat on you too. Oh, I'm going to talk to your homeboy instead. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Or I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm going to fuck up all your shit and tear up all your shit. Like, they're used to the opposite of that. There's no level. There's no balance to the chaos, which I feel like you're a balance to the chaos. Okay? Some people think that they're, like, in power because they're playing tit for tat. Oh, I got you. I'm going to go out on a date with this guy and I'm going to post it and I'm going to make sure you see it. So you know I'm in my power. Like, no, you ain't in your power. You in immaturity. You're playing little kid games. You're playing their game. Instead of being like, I'm saying nothing. I'm not saying shit at all. I'm not feeding into anything. I'm just going to mind my own business. Focus on my business. Literally. Instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna make them jealous, I'm gonna go out on a date, and like, that's childish shit. Like, that's a game. You're playing the same game as them, if not a little worse. Like, that's not power. You're not in your power. You're not doing anything by doing that. That's immaturity. Maturity is like, I ain't feeding into it. I'm not stooping to your level. I'm not doing that. Not coming off my throne for that. That's bullshit. I might cry. I might hurt a little bit. But I'm not playing those games. For what? I'll lick my own wounds. I'm good. Some people don't know how to do that. That's maturity. And I feel like that's the separation of energy. Like, you don't feed into it. So, let's clear all this up and see what you can potentially expect from all of this. Should I use a buffet of cards? I don't know. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for the heart because that deck has been calling my name lately. So I'm going to use that to see what we could expect, and then what's the advice? Potentially expect, I should say. Holy Spirit, thank you. Okay. So you have Two of Spread Your Wings, which is like the Two of Wands in this deck, and Rebuild, which is the Tower. So feminine energy, I do get like a renewal of strength in your energy and your vibration. You rebuild yourself. You're going to take whatever this is, this period that you're in. Okay, this period maybe of confusion, some of you heartache, some of you just feeling displaced, not really knowing what's what. There's going to be a realignment. This kind of looks like spinal cords in the back. I don't know if y'all see that, but it looks like a spine. So it's like some type of adjusting and shifting to your energy. And for some of you, this is like I'm hearing DNA repair. And I know like certain like vibrational energies can help you do that. Certain meditations can help you do that. And I'm seeing like you sending love to yourself. And this is helping you to rebuild, restore yourself. What you feel like maybe was lost, or what you feel like was broken. What is broken is actually just giving you the space to readjust and realign it. Does that make sense? And sometimes it takes that repair, like when you have like really intensive, let's say like a bone injury or something, where you break a bone, like to regain that, it takes time to redo that. And that's what I'm getting from this. The Spread Your Wings card, I do feel like you're going to take the path, the narrow path, which whatever it is to you that you feel like is least likely what other people would do. Some people might be like, I wouldn't do that, or if I were you, I wouldn't go that way, or that's impossible, you're crazy. Like the path where most people will not go, the path that is not the easiest, it's not going to be the one that comes quick, fast, easy, not the one where you're settling or you give up. You're going to take the path that does require your faith, does require you to trust in something higher than you. And it's not so much about trusting anybody outside of you, it's trusting yourself within God, if that makes sense, and God within you. Does that make sense? Not somebody else, no man or no woman per se. Like that comes next. Like in order for me to even trust you, I gotta trust me, trust God in this. I can't. And if it be that I'm not supposed to trust you, at least me trusting myself, I'll be able to discern the difference. I'll be able to discern if I should, if I shouldn't. So this is like making that choice. The choice here is choosing the path that may not be the path that everybody else would take or go, if that makes sense, or whatever that means to you. It's not going to be the same for each and every one of you. Okay, as far as this connection, because I don't know if they want to tell me that, because everybody's story is different, but I don't know. Let's see. Refusing to see, which is the Two of Swords. Master. Yeah. This person might be refusing to see, like, you know, the parts that do harden their heart. Remember I was saying, like, I do get this energy, like that Beauty and the Beast energy, where the beast, his heart was very hardened due to just being who he is. But for some people, it could be circumstances, it could be experiences. And some people, it's not easy for you to break the yoke of that fear of allowing your heart to be set free, allowing yourself to give of your heart really, truly, and fully. There's a fear. It's like, I'll love you. I'll radiate the vibration of love. I'll kind of feel the shock of love, but I'm not really going to open the gates of love to really flow out of me, nor into pour into me. I can't fully allow that. I can only do it at arm's length. Okay? This is a caged heart that's hardened. It's not flesh at all. It's just hard. It's rock solid. It's just, you know what I mean? And maybe even, it could even be burnt, because it looks kind of like dark, like a dark brown. So this person could have been burnt alive. But it's like a prisoner though. And there's all this healing energy around this person. And even the capacity to love is there. Like, we all have the capacity to love. And deeply, it's like we allow ourselves to love. And deeply as we allow ourselves to love ourselves. But there's this fear of love. And this person's refusing to see something about that. Because the master card in this deck is the devil. So this is the part that identifies with some of those energies, because it's kind of like people that match that vibration of, oh, fuck love, or, oh, we know what this is, we just fucking, or we just know this is not going to last, or we just know this is just because of, you know, it's convenient, or it just looks good on paper, or because we care about what everybody else thinks, or we don't want to be alone, or whatever the case may be. Or I'm hearing like broken people, broken energy, wounded, injured people. Trust, share the love, seek the truth. Yeah. So the trust card is the Fool, obviously, in this deck. So Spirit is going to require, I see someone, which is most likely whoever the feminine or the most receptive energy is, being that person that's going to trust Spirit, that blind faith. And it goes back to my dream. And I shared this with Tori because I was telling her about the dream that I had. And I kind of followed up with her, and I was like, I feel like the man that was showing me and the man that was supposed to be my man in the dream or whatever, showing us the property was God. Because the guy that was showing us around, he also had his arms up like, we'll catch you, just jump. And I jumped to my man in the dream, and he told me, I'll catch you with my eyes closed. And I fell into his arms, but that also was God saying, like, I'll catch him. Like, neither one of them were going to let me fall. God had his eyes open because he could see all. He could see everything. Or they. I call God they. I don't like putting God in the box, but divine mama, divine daddy, they see everything. So there was no need for them to close their eyes to catch me. They know me. The man in the dream that was supposed to be my partner, he was like, I'll catch you with my eyes closed. That also, I'm getting this now. That was him with his blind faith, even trusting that he could trust, that he could catch me, and me trusting that I can trust him and that he'll catch me, but I can trust myself that it's okay to fall. Like, and I did it without fear. And it says, at first I questioned it. I was like, you want me to jump all the way down there? Like, y'all are crazy. And then I did it. I just jumped. And everything was okay. And I kind of felt like it was going to be okay. And the fact that the guy was like, I'll catch you with my eyes closed. Also, again, like Tori kind of gave me a revelation about this, is like, he'll be in tune with you that much. It's a spiritual thing. It's an energy thing. It's not solely just physical. It's not solely what the eyes can see. So that connection is there. So I feel like this leap of faith, it could go however you feel led, you know, when that point comes, whatever spirit is calling you to trust and have faith. Again, trusting in yourself within God and trusting God within you. And then you have share the love. This person, very well, their heart could start to crack open. You see how that heart is starting to crack? Very well could start opening up and allowing themselves to be loved. And I feel like you're going to see the truth of this person. You're going to see the light about this person with the seek the truth, which is the deception card, typically the Seven of Swords. But in this instance, I'm not getting that. It feels like a revelation into the truth of this person's heart, this person's soul, because you're going to start getting revelations about this person, I feel, the more they start to open up. Or even if it's not physically in your presence that they start to open up, or them directly with you, you're going to sense it on an energetic level where you're going to start to see this person and be like, okay, there's a level of compassion. It's not so much of like the woe is me and F them. I smell coffee. Nobody's cooking coffee, by the way, or brewing coffee, but I just smelled coffee. So someone might wake up to something, or something with coffee, or a coffee date, or something could be significant, but I smelt it and it makes me think of like I'm waking up to something. I'm becoming aware of something, or something is brewing. With the balance card, it's like, okay, there's a harmony. There's the balance. This is the temperance card. So the temperance card did come out in the tarot, one of the cards that we pulled, and I was getting this energy of like divine intervention, right, from the angels, healing, and it was clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. So spirit is working. And then look, the coming together card at the bottom of the deck, which is the Two of Cups. Yep. Find balance. There's a lot of twos. Ooh, yeah, she did say that in that song. She did mention coffee. She sure did. Wow. So the find balance card is like the Two of Pentacles again. And I feel like this is finding balance between different areas in your life, or this person finding balance, or maybe both of you guys finding balance in different areas of your life. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I can't give to this or I can't give to that. It's needing to find balance. It's all about priorities. It's all about what matters to you, what you prioritize. You prioritize the things that matter to you. There's no excuse, right? So there's a potential for coming together because you both are receptive and able to give. And there's a level of wisdom. You see that pearl in their hand? It's like a pearl of wisdom. And pearls do not come without pressure. They don't come without that process that's not so pretty in the beginning. So the wisdom that you gathered or you gained, it's not something that came pretty. It didn't come with the price. Oh God, spirit, really? The examples. I had to share this real quick. I had to figure out a way to do it again where I'm not like I'm not being too personal, too intimate. Because I was in a space, like my in-between space. Fuck it, I'm going to just be like real and honest with y'all. And I think I've said this plenty of times before. Oh wow, some coffee from the store. I talk to my person's essence often. And it's usually like right before I'm going to bed. I'll just go into that place where I talk to them, because telepathy is real. However y'all want to, I done tried it and tested with my peoples before, and I've picked up what they were sending out and vice versa. Like I've done this before, even in live time over the phone with one of my girlfriends before. So I know this is it. Verbal language like this, like us talking, whether we're talking in Spanish, Swedish, whatever, that's not the purest form of communication. Energy and telepathy and all of that is one of the most purest forms, because it's spiritual, spirit first before physical. So when I was in that realm, right, and I don't know, I was saying something, I vaguely remember because I wasn't all the way present. I'm like, I was in between being here but also going into that sleep space, right? And I remember saying something like, I don't know, what the hell was I talking about? I think I was talking about like weddings or something. And I was like, I wonder why men cry when they see their person, like their wives coming down the aisle and vice versa. And I was like, I don't think it's solely because like, oh, they look beautiful or this is really happening, but it's more so like, almost like, you know how some people say when they pass on, their life flashes before them. When that happens, it's almost like you see, like, it's an overwhelming feeling of all the heartbreak that you went through prior to this person. The times that you wonder, where is my person? Or I wonder what they're going to be like, or when am I going to fall in love? Or I thought this was my person, that. And then this person, like the beginning and the end and in the middle, might have been trying, might have been beautiful parts of it. It's like all of that wave of all of that comes over you in that moment. And it's like this split of wisdom that comes, like you get some type of understanding why you're in this present moment. But it's still a beginning of a journey. It's like it's a conclusion, but it's also still a beginning of a journey. So the Two of Cups kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. This card that's coming together with that little pearl. That's what I'm getting from that. Let's get some advice. I be doing the most sometimes, but because some of y'all probably think I'm crazy. Some of you maybe don't think I'm crazy. Like, I do that shit. I do. Like, I know, like, I'm not tripping. I be doing that all the time. I'll go into that space and I'll like talk. And it's, yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Y'all should try it. Everything happens in the spirit realm first. So it's like, okay, well, it's not that offbeat, you know. It's pure form of communication. Alright. It's weird because it's not like it's forced. Like, you know how you have to sit and force something to come through? It just, no, it's like I just go into that space and it's just there. It's kind of like when, if I was to open channel, just like to just allow myself to be receptive to spirit with nothing else, would just be there and just take it all in. It's kind of like that. It would just flow. It would just happen. All right. Advice from your spiritual team to you, Holy Spirit source. What is the guidance, Holy Spirit, for this collective? Okay. Your loved ones are safe. So some of you guys need to be reassured that your person is okay. Like, everything is going to be fine. Okay. You might be worried about, and for some of you, this could be you're thinking too far in the future because there's something that you feel like you might have to leave people behind or something. Like, I don't know why I'm getting that. And I'm going to use this as an example, and it might actually literally be someone's like concern here. If your person lives overseas and you have family or you have children and you feel like a lot of the times you're not going to be able to be with your family or take your kids everywhere with you or always be with them, you're wondering about that. So I don't know. Spirit says let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I'm looking after them. But it can also be, like I said, where you're concerned about your person and feel like that's fair, that's just, and that's, you know, that makes sense. It's honorable as well. Like, of course you're gonna, you know, care about their well-being. So they're safe, okay? They're fine. Don't worry about them. Send them love. Keep them in your heart and your prayers. It says trust in your divine purpose, or trust in divine purpose. Okay. It says this experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. Okay. Trust in the divine purpose of this. Okay. Divine purpose of everything in your life at this time. And there's this blue aura energy around in these cards. So for some of you, this is divine communication. Okay. So your mind is transforming to higher levels and higher depths. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. Much love to you. And someone needed to know, like, your prayers are powerful. Your prayers of protection over your loved ones are very powerful. It's somewhat like Archangel Michael, or you may send Archangel Michael to protect your family or your loved ones, to stand with them, to be around them, something like that. But your prayers are powerful. If you needed that confirmation, there you go. All right. Much love to you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. I'll catch you guys in the next reading. Peace. Yeah. Oh. You're welcome. You're welcome, sis. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like you're asleep. Oh, I'm just reading the comment. I didn't see it. Now go shake it up. I need to do that. That's like a workout. That's cardio. That whole scene in that movie, that was cardio. Like, I need to do that. I used to do that. Me and my mom used to do that when I was little. You're welcome, Ro. That's a cardio within itself. It literally is. Like, that's a lot. Especially if you got heels on. Shit. That's like a booty workout, thigh workout. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like you're asleep, but you're not. Yeah, like you're in between realms. Yeah, literally. That's really what it is. And that happens when you wake up. Like when you're waking up, You could still be in between. You could still kind of feel like you're dreaming, or you could receive downloads even in that state. Like that happens a lot too. So that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here really for this the brain waves, the REM sleep. Yes. And some type of DNA repair frequency. I can't remember the exact number of what that frequency is. Y'all can look it up. So I think it's called the miracle sound or something like that. But yeah, much love. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next reading, peace.